Okay, so they cut me off again. So if there are similar crimes at similar times in the same areas, then that's something that a little research proves, and it's strange. Now, who looks into that? An an investigator looks into that. Someone who is trained in investigating things. So that's the difference between researching something and then saying, "Okay, I'll put this out as research and this is something I think should be investigated." So, why does that bother them? Because then it says, "Well, who else does research in this group? I've proven I've done research." The other big deal about this is that when they wanted to make these types of things seem like it was always happening and then they admitted it wasn't, then they go right back and say the same lie, then that is partly why it had to be done this way. When I first started doing this in 2019, I said I would try to do it on a daily basis, and obviously I didn't. But I'm glad I have enough videos from 2019 to prove that I did start doing it and they weren't involved. So now when they're trying to involve themselves in it, they're bothered by me being able to confidently say things. Partly what I'm saying to them is, if you as a company in, e- employed me to confidently say things, I cannot not confidently say things, especially when it's correct. They're knocking again. The reason that is important is because by trying to destroy a victim's credibility, they don't want us to be confident to say this, then that means they're the ones involved. If you were really trying to help me, you would not have done any of these things this way, but you would also help us victims get the help we need. You are stopping us from getting the help we need. So if they're saying, well, I can't sit here and say this is that, then you aren't helping me. You're trying to, again, destroy my credibility. I can, with confidence, say, I've done this, and this. I've shown you folks the proof of that. I've also shown other people who have no signs of mental illness, because that's another way they were trying to destroy targeted individuals. Well, you're communicating online with people who may be mentally ill. This person's mentally ill. I've shown this proof to people who have no signs of mental illness, and they are saying the same things. We're not going to debate, this is partly what I'm telling you about how these predators, and I'm calling them outright predators, operate. They start to cut you down a little at a time. You don't notice it when in the beginning. And young people, and partly why they were offended, they said, well, why can't these videos be directed towards men? I have males commenting, but I'm a female, and preferably I hope the people I'm speaking to, and I use the word audience, and that's something YouTube even uses, your audience, would be women 50 something, female, who have experienced this. Other people can watch, it's public, but why do I prefer it to be women 50 something who experience this? Is because then they understand, they know this. They also know what it was to be a kid in the 80s. They know what it was to be a teenager. They keep trying to dispute, was I 80s teenager?